Good afternoon, Representative Hasegawa. How are
Good
you?
afternoon. I'm great, thanks.
Good. So we're in the middle of session.
Yes.
This week was cut off. What does that mean exactly?
That means that we can't pass any more bills out of the House that have originated out of the House. Now we have to start hearing Senate bills that come over.
Let's talk a little about your bills. You had a small business contracting bill, and that one did go to the Senate.
Yeah, well, during the interim, I was working with a lot of the small businesses from our district in our area, and one of the things they said was they needed to have more access to state contracts. And you know, when we're going through this depression period right now, the best thing that we can do to recirculate money in our community is to make sure that it goes into our small businesses. So this will help small businesses have access to state contracts by requiring all the state agencies to actually post them on our, they call it the Washington Electronic Business Solutions webs, which is our electronic version of posting all of our contracts out there. So it's out there for all the small businesses to see and know what to bid on.
And in the same subject of small businesses, you also had a couple of bills about women and minority-owned business.
Yes, one of the other problems that we identified was access to capital. So using the Link Deposit Program, that is a subsidized capital source that allows certified companies, small businesses within Washington to qualify for a low-interest subsidized loan. Granting more access to capital. So we've just expanded the ability, the ways that they can access that capital.
We have talked about your wine bill before, and it finally made it out.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We passed that about, I think it was 12:30 in the morning, 2 mornings ago. We went through a late session, and that was one of the last bills that we did during that session, but it was a fun one.
You were also concerned about the legislative website and how it is used, because during the election year, the caucus website goes down. So now you're doing something about that.
Yeah, by going down, you mean we have to shut it down during an election year, and that was required not by law, but by the Ethics Commission, because they didn't want us using our legislative website as campaign material. But the truth is that it's not campaign material. It's produced during the regular legislative sessions for nonpartisan purposes, not to be used for campaign material, so that we can communicate with our constituent base. When we were forced to take them down during election years, constituents, rightly so, felt like, what are we trying to hide? You know, we're not allowing them to see what we did. So this allows the public to have access to a background of information on what we accomplished or did not accomplish during the last legislative session, and it makes all the sense in the world that we should be able to keep it up. So real democracy depends on us being able to keep our constituents informed, and this helps that out.
Great. And right now your website is on the screen, so hopefully people will come and visit.
Okay, thanks.